Hi, everyone. Welcome. Okay. Just had to turn my hi voices. Yeah, this is a continuation of sort of your live last night. I'm just letting everyone know. Um yeah, people are talking about the Kim and Crafton thing, and it is really, really getting on people's nerves. I've been seeing it all over the place. And people sit there and blame voices. They sit there and say, well, if she didn't screw up and click mute like she was supposed to, this wouldn't have happened. Well, I got news for you. People make mistakes. And she owned it last night, everybody. She owned the fact that she fucked up and she did it royally. Okay? Hi, Red Door. How are you today? And Klepto Granny, or you want to call her Five Finger Discount Granny or Shoplifting Granny is watching, decides to play a phone call, a private phone call, regardless, right? She decides without any morals and thinks it's content. Kim reached out to a friend who was having a issue. Was it a mental health issue? Was it a domestic violence issue? Like Natasha likes to make it out to be? It's none of our business. Voices was on Mama Knows Best's live, got a phone call for help. I need someone to talk to. But she decided she thought she pushed the mute button, but instead on her computer. Now, some people can sit here and point the finger at voices here, Angela, but she took full responsibility for her part. And I've known voices to have a big mouth of all things, right? We all know some of the things that comes out of her mouth. She's a blunt person. I'll say that. Controversial at times. Absolutely. But don't you dare call her a damn liar. Okay? Everybody, don't call voice for the voiceless a liar. Because I never known this woman to be a liar. And I saw her apology last night to be genuine. Okay? So Granny, who thinks she's morally superior to everybody, decides to play a one-sided phone call. Okay, I'll change it. We got a mod in here, so hold on, voices. Okay. I just changed it to 20 minutes voices. All right. Exactly, voices. You can't change it. You can't change what happened. People need to move along. But here's the thing about what happened. Natasha wants to make it out to look like it's domestic violence, correct? She always made jokes about Kim getting her neck choked, and she likes it. That's according to Natasha. Hello, Shalama. How are you today? And then calls Crafton a woman beater. And then Granny sits there and goes shoplifting and gets caught twice in 1 week. Get a load of that. Aw, Shalama, feel better. I hope. I think the flu is going around actually, or something. It's everyone's getting sick. Yeah, and Natasha sits there and Granny, and they think this is funny. They think this is content, and I'm just shaking my head here as the turkey today. It's so this happened on Mama's Knows Best Live. So I'm gonna sit here and ask Mama Knows Best to please clip that out of that live. Clip that phone call out. Please have some decency and some compassion for Kim. And to please, every Mama Knows Best, reach out to Voices here and work with her to get it taken down. This is not to be right, Voices. It was she privated it, but it was clipped. So I'm asking Mama Knows Best. I have nothing against you. I don't hate you. But I'm appealing to your common decency to reach out to Voices and work with her to take down the clipped portions of the your live that you did with the phone call, or if Voices says I'm out, I'm not helping, then I'm asking you to please do it yourself. This is what I'm asking, Wyoming Adventures. This is what I'm asking. I can't tell her what to do here. It's not my channel. It's I'm just asking for MKB to do the right thing here. Is that too much to ask, everybody? I thought it was utterly offensive that Granny, klepto Granny, five finger discount Granny, would actually have the gall to sit there and play this video. But of course, we know that Natasha's morally bankrupt too, and she had to sit there and yes, I'm wishing everyone a happy Thanksgiving. So I'm a turkey. So klepto Granny had to sit there dragging somebody. Thank you, Kim. Yes, this is what I'm doing here. I'm just saying it's wrong. What happened was wrong. Grant, I'm not blaming voices here. I'm not blaming voices because she was the one who actually picked up the phone, stepped away from alive, and actually was counseling you, Kim. That takes a big person to do that. It's people like grannies watching and Natasha who sit there and humiliate you because you're having a problem. That's where I have the issue here, Kim. Is I don't care what you did, really. This whole thing is being blown out of proportion. Natasha sits there and with her mouth and says that you like to be choked and you liked getting beat up. What does she know? Is she living in your house with you? It isn't content. Exactly, Angela. It's not content. It really isn't not any it's none of anyone's business what Kim does when she logs off of here. Do people get it? It's not content. It's disgusting. Hi, Care D. How are you today? Hi, Be Good. Hi, Jenny. Morally, because Granny sits there and thinks she's morally superior, and then she goes to stores and goes shoplifting, and then goes while on felony probation, decides, well, I don't like someone. I want to send their nudes and do revenge porn. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna drag this person because I don't like them. It's people like that that give this community a bad name. Exactly, voices. And it's not and it's not just grannies watching acting like a scorned ex. She's acting like a total Looney Tune. There's something mentally wrong with her. I just don't know what. It's like the money she gets from her subs, the grifting or whatever, isn't enough for her. She has to she wants something in the store. She doesn't have the money, or I don't know what it is. You thought last night it was the thrill of it, the thrill of stealing out of the store and getting caught or something. I don't know. I actually don't know what it is with her. I'm being serious. Right, asshole. Someone that's been a victim of domestic violence would not be behaving this way, or they would at least know how it feels. Domestic violence isn't funny. Getting your nudes sent around isn't funny. But a lot of these people, they think, "Oh, I'm behind a keyboard. I'm behind a keyboard. I'm invincible. I can do whatever I want. Oh, no one's going to find out who I am. I'm not going to be held responsible for my actions." I can assure everyone Natty and Jess both share the trait that they aren't that into their friend's life anyway, but neither of them know anything about anything. They don't. They don't know anything. They're like, they got brains the size of a pea, Kim. A lot of these people have the brains the size of a pea. Some the size of a peanut. They don't have the reasoning skills. They probably struggled through high school to get a diploma if they even graduated from high school. It's I'm not trying to degrade the mentally challenged here, but yeah, some of these people I meet here are just stupid, shallow. They leave their morals at the door. That's why I named my stream this. They leave their morals at the door once they get on here, because I could assure you they wouldn't be acting like this and doing half the stuff in real life. It's like it's like a dating app, right? They wouldn't be saying half the shit that they say on a dating app. They wouldn't go, okay, they wouldn't go up to you in a bar, right, and grab your crotch or ask you to take off your clothes. Am I right? But they do that on a dating app because they think, oh, it's only the internet attitude. But they can sit there and disrespect everybody and do what they want because exactly, Kim. It's the messages they are sending to these people. Oh, you have a problem mentally. Don't call for help. It's no big deal. This is what they're saying. This is what they're saying to people. People like CJ, people like Granny, people like Jer. It's like, oh, it's no big deal, but in reality, it is a big deal. Sometimes, it's your conversation with Voices was private. Voices made a mistake by pushing the wrong mute button. But at the same time, these people that are mentally deranged think it's content. It isn't. It's disgusting. You know? Asshole. Okay. And the ignorance of accusing them of being on pills, I think they should prove it before they open up their mouths. Half these people, they come up with the stories they come up with. The stories they come up with, these creative stories, and the accusations on here. I'll admit they're crafty, they're creative. But the thing is, people don't ask for proof of anything. They just sit there and say, "Oh, because Natasha said it, it has to be true." Oh, because this one said it, it has to be true. Ask for damn proof. It's not that hard, or even look into it. Be your own investigator here. It's not that hard to sit there and say, okay, this one's being accused of this. What facts do what live? What was it? Don't be afraid to ask questions. Here, I didn't go live several days ago because I was getting my facts straight. I'm taking a stand because this whole situation is fucking wrong. Hi, Maggie May. They see it as content because maybe I don't know anymore. It's sometimes they have blinders on, seeing red. They hate you, so anything goes. Some people just see green dead presidents on pieces of paper and say, "Oh, let me have as many views and clicks as possible so I can make some cash today on the expense of someone else." Oh, who cares if they're upset or unhappy about it? It's YouTube after all. It's the drama community, right? I even said last night on Voices Live this I will not be playing that clip, and I mean it because at least I have some morals here. I don't see it as content. I could just sit here and denounce the whole thing. I could sit here and denounce the act with with my facts straight, correct? Granny is always ranting and trying to defend herself. That's what she does on her channel. That's all she does. Defending herself against what? Really? It's are these people schizophrenics or something? It's like they make this shit up. Granny has been caught in so many lies already. It's not even funny. Little skit. Okay. She told everyone she had cancer. She said, "Oh, give me money, give me money, give me money. Fill my Cash App, fill my PayPal, so I can take my kids to Disneyland." Give me a break. Then she turns around and says it was in my pap smear. The only thing probably real about that is her genital warts. Wow. Crafton was a woman beater than he was in January, and yet she was all over Crafton in tears, claiming Lycan was an abuser and having him intervene for her. Well, Kim, Granny Jessica. All she knows how to do is steal, and mad that Lycan wouldn't even sleep with her. Really, this is what it's all about. So she gets mad and starts ranting and raving for 6+ months. I'm just being honest here. Come on here. She finds someone that has a little bit of money in the bank and has a home, has a car, right? She says, "Oh, wonderful news. Now let's see what I can get him, um, get out of him. Like financially, I can move me and my kids in with them. You can support me, blah blah blah." But he didn't. But one of them changed their minds, and that's okay. Hi, Shelley. Absolutely be good. These people never take responsibility. The only ones I've seen take responsibility, Voices did. She apologized profusely. Yes, last night. I rarely see this on here. I've seen Robbie apologize. I've seen Jamie apologize. There are very few on here that will apologize and admit they were wrong or they did something wrong. But people like Klepto Granny, she'll say, "Oh, I did nothing wrong. I do nothing wrong." Wah, wah, wah. Good for you, Red Door Woman. Good for you. Volunteering for a house of women experiencing domestic violence. Absolutely show some empathy and kindness. Don't sit there and mock domestic violence victims on your stream just because you're pissed off at someone. It's you have that line drawn in the sand and you don't really cross it. The thing I have a problem with Natasha is she scams people. We all know that. But then, okay, I do name calling too. I called someone a motherfucker on here one time, but a few times. But um, Natasha goes further. She goes into sexual harassment. She goes into vile detail. Oh, if I was a lesbian, I'd do this to you. And then she goes into graphic detail and humiliates you. Yeah. And then she mocks domestic violence victims and says it's all their fault and wah, wah, wah. This is why people can't stand Natasha. And she don't get it. Yeah, the reason why she gets 400 views in her box, everybody, is because they want to see if they're being talked about, being dragged, or they want to see what she's doing up to. They're like hate views. A lot of them are hate views. You know, it's not. I don't think the majority of them are support views. That's just my opinion on the issue. But well, you got to point their voices. Why can't everyone here sit around, even if you don't, even if you're in the UK, Canada, or Australia, think of something to be thankful for. Even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I think this is what Thanksgiving is actually about. It's not about a turkey. It's not about a day off from school or a day off from work. But some of these people just say, wah, wah, wah. Oh, absolutely. I think Granny and Truth are strangers. I'm just being blunt here. I don't think I think the Truth and her are the Truth is a foreign word to her, like it's a foreign language. She don't get it. She just goes she just says things that will get her money. I'm not going to sit here and kiss people's ass for money. If you'd like to tip me, that's fine. I love money too, but I'm not going to sit there and lie. Oh, I have cancer. Please donate before I die. Oh, please, I need school stuff for my kids. Oh, I have a late utility bill I can't afford to pay. And then the money goes. Oh, and then the fake legal funds and the this and that. Why can't people just be honest where the money's going, right into their pockets? All right, I'm gonna tell everyone a story. What happened? I think this was 2013, 2012. I wasn't really too involved. I was in a Facebook group. There was a group of bullies. This is a little hard to talk about, but they couldn't stand someone because they had a disagreement with her. She wasn't all there. She had bipolar disorder and all that. So, what did they do? They followed her to a Facebook group, no, a Facebook page, excuse me, that she frequented. So, what did they do? They trolled the page and started trouble with people that I was in a group with. So, what did they do? They sat there and strategized in group while I was giving sound advice to ignore them. right? All they wanted was attention. At first, they said, "Okay, let's try that," and a lot of the people in the group, I realized all they wanted to do was they were bored people that just wanted to fight. They, you get what I'm saying, everybody? It's they just wanted to fight. So then after a while, I just says, "I'm sick of this." I started looking elsewhere, and I went to the group less and less, and I had a fallout with the one girl. I just sat there and I left her alone. You get what I'm saying? I didn't message her. I didn't go to the page and bully her. I didn't, I'm like I handle it like an adult. But those bullies decided to keep going, keep going, keep going. And one day she killed herself. Yeah, that's when the bullying stopped. Even those bullies felt bad. Yeah. Does it take a suicide on this platform for everyone to pay attention? Really? I'm sure we had some pretty close calls here. I think you're right, asshole. They are so desensitized because there's been so much fuckery here. No one takes it seriously. I can agree with that. But is it really an excuse? Good for you, Kim. See, Kim has a job. She can hold it. And they drug test a lot of people at these jobs. I just wonder if Granny, CJ, that group over there can pass a drug test. I'm just curious. Everyone has issues in their lives. But when does that line get crossed? Well, happy Thanksgiving, Noodle. So she went live for hours reviewing her own stream to prove she wasn't stealing. What? That doesn't show that she wasn't stealing from retail stores, Daria. You may not be stealing from people on YouTube, but you could still be stealing from Dollar Tree or whatever she stole from. I didn't see actual. I looked it up, but I never saw or get arrested, and that doesn't mean anything because I've seen because Just K was arrested for elder abuse, and her charge didn't show up either. So yeah, defending herself against me, not checking in on her too long in July. I wish I was kidding Natasha because I commented on a DeLorean video on September 21st just for reference. Kim, at least you had the guts to come out with your that video saying you're bisexual. That took guts, Kim. I'll say that. I don't really know you, so I give you points, thumbs up for that. A lot of these people on here are cowards. I'm just gonna tell you that. They sit there behind a keyboard and they sit there yapping their mouths. They don't care who they hurt. Yeah, some of these people, Shelley, they mock domestic violence victims. We have Pastor Mill that goes hate on the LGBT community. We have another one that just goes after everyone. Her name's AJ. When she doesn't get her way, she stomps her feet on the ground and expects everyone to follow suit. You know, some of these people just amaze me. I just don't get them because I was raised to have at least some moral compass. Yeah, it's just getting out of hand. And then we have some people they can't communicate their needs on here. It's like what the fuck? It's like okay, it's either the creative is abusive, they can't communicate effectively. It's always something on here because I'll say this: when I watch Robbie, these people can sit there, talk shit, make a video. It could be on any of us. It's the piece of shit down under likes to make little videos and tag me in them, and he wants a little bit of attention. Then we got a bird in the UK who keeps making videos and thinks she knows it all. But when it comes down to it, they refuse to take a link. They refuse to communicate why they're so upset with you. They refuse to say what their fucking problem is. It's okay. What's your damn problem, and what can we do to fix it? Do these people actually thrive on starting fights with people? It's like, wow. Hey, Amy, how are you today? Yeah, because Pesky thinks, okay, this is what Pesky does. She hears one thing, she interprets it, but she doesn't know what the fuck's going on. So it's like, okay, whatever, you know. She's like a little hello, excuse meow. Yeah, you gotta take a look. You gotta maybe look at it this way. This world has gone to hell and shit in a handbasket. Look at the way it has gone. We got pedophiles going everywhere. We got how many centuries and millennium of war we had. We got this. We got racism still. Our governments can't take care of their own people. They have to worry about taking care of other countries. It's we had a Holocaust in the during World War II, and then people wonder why people act the way they do. Then we got these religious zealots around that go telling people how to live, and then we have a troll named Pastor Mill forcing his beliefs on everybody on this platform, and it's like, oh my. I'm just thankful I don't have to live with Pastor Mill. I feel sorry for his family and everything that they have to put up with this shit. Really? I know someone from back home who passed away to domestic violence last April. So sad she left 3 kids behind. Her oldest passed away this summer to self harm. It is sad, isn't it, Shelley? Because my mother's side of the family, she comes from a big family, and 2 of my grandfather's siblings were domestic violence. They were victims of domestic violence for years. This was back in the day where there was no help for any of them. So it isn't funny. It isn't a funny thing. Domestic violence isn't funny. It often leads to people getting killed or people getting shot. Because it was actually the one time there was a family shooting at the picnic. The one time where my because the uncle that abused my aunt, her husband, actually brought a gun to the family picnic. This was back in the 40s, and he picked it up and decided to start shooting at paper plates, or the tin cans or whatever you want to call it, and they happened to ricochet and hit a few people. Yeah. So if people think that domestic violence is funny, think again. Yeah. Oh, so she shoplifted from Kohl's, not Dollar Tree, right? Voices. And then she stole $1,700 from Kohl's worth of merchandise. Ah, I don't know exactly know the details of what happened. Oh, it's in New Jersey. Oh, not Pennsylvania. I didn't know that. I looked in the wrong state. Ah, hi, Michelle. How are you today? Yeah, so when people think that domestic violence is funny, thank you, Tiff. So if you think domestic violence is funny, get the fuck out of here, please. I'm serious. If you think suicide is funny, do the same thing. Because what happened on Mama Knows Best's that phone call isn't content. It's trash. It was a private conversation, right? Kim reached out for help. She was having a problem. And voices made admitted that she forgot. She pushed the wrong mute button. She pushed the one on the computer. And then you have some trashy creators. I wouldn't even call them creators. I call them scam artists, like Klepto Granny or Five Finger Discount Granny, who gets arrested twice in 1 week for shoplifting. Yeah. And then she has the nerve to say she's morally superior to everyone else. Give me a fucking break. She's no better than anyone else. Well, she's actually lower than everyone else, to be honest with you. She's still a criminal. It's not like she made a mistake 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and got pinched by the police. Right, everyone? But then she sits here and judges everyone else, sits there and judges voices for what she said to Natasha. Sits there and judges Jamie. Sits there, bitches and whines all day long. Give me money, give me money, 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 money. I don't really know much about the glare, Kim. We all heard of them, but I don't keep up with them. I'm just being honest. Exactly, Tiff. Exactly. I feel so. Okay, this is how I view it. I have sympathy for the truly mentally ill. I have true sympathy for true domestic violence victims. Not these people who just pretend to be just for to get donations. You got a point there, Tiff. We say don't go real life on people. I have to put it down in my banner to remind people. People who self harm, it's not funny either. Do people get it? All right. I'm going to go in a few minutes. I just wanted to come on and discuss my outrage with the Kim Crafton and Kim situation. How low lifes can sit there and put a private conversation up and sit there and drag them and do a disservice and discourage domestic violence victims, true domestic violence victims, or people having a problem for reaching out for help. It's absolutely disgusting. You're absolutely right, Gold Star Mom. 100%. Sticky Fingers Granny should be ashamed of herself. And people think they know it all. They think, oh, they say, oh, Crafton is an abuser, abuses Kim. They are on drugs. They do this, they do that. Huh? You know nothing. You don't even know. You people don't even know Tiffany and Lycan's relationship. And Five Finger Discount, Granny can't even get a man of her own. So it's why is she sitting there giving relationship advice to people? It's pathetic. Hi Willow, how are you? I'm about to go. I'm just summing everything up. So everybody, I'm gonna please sub up. I'll be putting on like a 48-hour sub time to get rid of to try to keep these trolls out for 24 hours or something. It's just an added protection to keep everyone in here safe or to get rid of the annoyances. So I'm just letting you know before we go today. Anyone else have anything else to say before we go? Oh, she insinuated you were a lesbian. Oh, please, voices. They don't know anything. Oh, exactly, Wyoming. Absolutely. Everyone have a wonderful evening. Absolutely, Sarah. Sometimes these people just amaze me. You think you see it all and this happens. Bye everyone. Feel free to tip me on my Cash App. So if anyone would like to donate. So till next time.